What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp. It is June 6th. It is Fightful.com. It is FightfulMMA.com. And it is Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. The intro video is playing right now. This is our watch-along. I am joined today by a guy you've seen all over Fightful before. He does the Weekender podcast over on Fightful Select. If you guys are wanting to catch up on Impact, Ring of Honor, GCW, and boy, there was a big GCW this weekend.
I watched it, yeah.
Oh, I watched it like 15 times that finish. So you'll want to know Stephen Jensen. He'll now be the host of these watch-alongs. A new era. We're going to be here next weekend for the UFC pay-per-view, but we got Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather. Oh, boy.
Yes, we do. This show so far has been quite the shit show, if I do say so myself. I'll say this though, like Chad Ochocinco Johnson, like that took some balls to do it, to get in there and fight. Like I give him respect for that. The fight wasn't great, but like it was what it was. And then it starts raining, and these guys are slipping all over the ring. I mean, what a circus! But hey, I'm glad we're here for this main event because the world's interested in this, so I'm glad we're here doing it.
They are. And if you guys are here, please leave a thumbs up. We are on youtube.com/Fightful and youtube.com/FightfulMMA. We will still have content on the MMA channel. How about this? Daniel, who is covering this show live, he did an interview with undefeated Bellator fighter AJ McKee. It is up now. He actually talks about wanting to fight Mayweather, doing undefeated versus undefeated. But please leave a thumbs up if you are watching this video. Donate a super chat like our friend Flame Inc. has done. You'll get your question or statement read on the air. Flame Inc. said, Paul said Floyd would only last 6 rounds. 6 rounds before he KOs Logan. Also, thoughts on possible throwing of the match from Floyd. I don't think Floyd would ever consider doing that.
Yeah, I'm with you. His ego will not allow that. So yeah, I'm with that. I mean, I'd be surprised if Logan hits him at all, but I mean, at least the one thing about this fight that at least is interesting is like on paper, you have a guy who is like 18 years younger, who is like 7 inches taller, who, you know what I mean, who is an athlete, I mean, at the very least, but I mean, against the best defensive boxer in history, you know, according to most people, this is like, it's wild we're even here, but I mean, 6 rounds, who knows? What's your prediction, Sean? How many rounds do you think this goes?
Maybe 2 if Floyd is generous, and I'll break down why I think this in a moment, because there are a lot of variables. But Flame Inc. says also a friend of mine who's a casino guard in Vegas says maybe the way Floyd spends money, he's going broke, and we'll throw this fight for more money. I doubt it. Because you know what he can do? Come right back and do another one with somebody else. This exhibition boxing stuff is here to stay for quite a while. Mike Tyson's doing it. Holyfield's doing it. He's doing it. So here are some things. There are a lot of people that for some reason think that Logan Paul and Jake Paul, because they're brothers, are equal footing as far as boxing is concerned. They're not. Jake Paul is a way better boxer than Logan. They are similar size. But also when you're thinking about Ben Askren as compared to Floyd Mayweather is one of the greatest boxers of all time. Ben Askren would get beat by a whole lot of people who are training for their first boxing fight, quite frankly. He would get his ass whipped by them. There's a size discrepancy. A lot of people saying, well, this is an exhibition. Well, Steven, as you know, Tenshin Nasukawa is also in an exhibition, and he is a very dangerous guy. And he got knocked out as soon as he touched Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather said, oh, you're going to hit me, are you? Well, then we're just going to go ahead and end this right now. And that's exactly what Floyd Mayweather did. This will be definitely a display of Floyd's speed. He's going to be so fast in comparison. Oh, man. But how do you see this one ending up?
I mean, I obviously have Floyd winning, but like it's a matter of like how long does this last? I think if Floyd really goes out there and really tries and just puts it on, I mean, just hits him in the body a few times, I just don't think Logan's going to have any answer for it. But like, I mean, I will say this too. Like I've had the opportunity. I've actually met Logan Paul last year and I talked to him for a minute. He was actually a cool guy. Like I don't have anything against him. Like I know he had like the Rocky history on YouTube and stuff, but he's really come out the other end a pretty cool guy from what I can tell. And I like his podcast and stuff. And I really respect that he's doing this. I mean, he literally has nothing to lose here. But yeah, I think anyone's crazy to think that Logan actually has a chance in this fight, but
yeah. And one of the things associated with this that was really, really interesting was, like you said, Logan Paul doesn't seem to be the same guy that he was a few years ago. I spoke to a lot of people in WWE that spoke very highly of him and were very happy with the way that things were going with WWE. A lot of people ask him, when's it going to start? They're doing the tail of the tape right now. 8-round exhibition fight. 10 ounces are the gloves. No winner will be red, but knockouts are allowed. So oh man, all the sponsors in the ring too. My God, that was brilliant. Wish we would have got in on that.
Right. Cash App's the real winner tonight.
They are. If you troll, guys, we're gonna ban you or put you in timeout. That's just what it is. But you know what? Cash App is bringing you this boxing fight, but Blue Chew is bringing you this stream. Let me tell you, if you want to go 1 round, 2 round, 3 rounds, 4 rounds, 8 rounds, and you feel like you have to get some exhibitions in there before the main event, Blue Chew has you covered. Blue Chew is a unique online service that gets you those hardest, strongest erections that you've ever had. And that confidence. BlueChew.com. And when you use the code Fightful, you get your first shipment free. You just pay $5 shipping. And let me tell you, you will be going into the championship rounds when you use BlueChew.com and that code Fightful. No doctor's visits, no waiting in line at the pharmacy. It ships straight to your door in a discreet package, but there will be nothing discreet about your package when you use BlueChew.com. Just erect, my friends. You work with their online physicians. You get the active ingredient that you need. It comes straight to your door, and then you come somewhere. I don't know. I'm not here to judge. I don't know what it is that you do. BlueChew.com, code Fightful. More than one active ingredient, so they'll find the one that's right for you. You'll be good to go. BlueChew.com, code Fightful. Guys, it has not started. Let me tell you, there is no bigger mess than all this. Hey, let me tell you, buddy, you'd be very good to read the description or read the title. You'd be very good to do that. Yeah.
This is crazy, man.
It is. It is the absolute worst people in the world are in our chat right now, without a doubt. The absolute worst people.
Oh my God, this is great.
And we always talk about not using caps. Now our 2 mods are using caps. So this is going to be just us burying all the casuals that show up here. Oh, I can't wait. Hey, while you dummies are here, leave a thumbs up.
Yeah, leave a thumbs up, subscribe. Welcome to Fightful, y'all.
Yes, the most incredible way to usher in the Stephen Jensen era of Fightful MMA is.
Dude, I'm so glad you're here with me today, Sean. Like, I was thinking about rolling the solo if you weren't feeling it, and I'm real glad you're here with me today, man. Because this is overwhelming, man.
This person said this is bait. You dummy. You can't read. It's in the description. It's in the title, you idiot. Oh, man.
You mark.
Amazing. Your stream is going to be taken down. No, it's not, dummy. It says no footage. There is no footage on here. It is us talking about the fight. Amazing.
This is great. And we got the national anthem. Is that what's going on right now? I have it kind of muted. Okay.
We got the national anthem rocking right now. Bryant Heath says, "Oh God, I'm praying for the mods." I mean, I'm just gonna liberally block people.
Oh, thank you, Hannah and Joel, for being in here.
I'm doing it all. They're not doing anything.
Well, and Sean, I mean, you too, man. But I mean, I see them in there also. But man, this is great. Well, who do you think? Tell people in the chat, who wins this fight? Obviously, we think Floyd's probably going to win. Right? What round? What round do you think Floyd takes us in? If you got Floyd, let us know. Give us something productive here in the chat to look at.
Hannah says she's banned like 30 people. Oh no, it doesn't show me when you do that. Oh my gosh. So here we are, 1,300 people watching us right now.
That's great.
Amazing.
Yeah, good stuff. Check out Fightful Select, y'all. Weekend or podcast every Sunday. Alex Sour Graps, all Sean's dudes. This was a big week for Fightful Select, dude, with all the news you drop. Wow, what a great week. Congratulations to you, man.
Well, it's unfortunate that it's got to be people losing their job, but at the end of each month on Fightful Select, we lose a bunch of subscriptions because of cancellations and all that, and we got them all back, and we're very close to closing in on 2,000. So, guys, if you like pro wrestling and you like exclusive wrestling news, FightfulSelect.com is breaking, dare I say, most of it these days. Not only that, we've got like 6 or 7 weekly shows right now. So it would mean an awful lot to me if you'd go over and subscribe, FightfulSelect.com. It would put us very close to a goal in which I could just, I don't know, troll Jimmy about pretty often, because it's a number that I often said, oh, we'll never get to that. We'll never get to that. How long until the fight? I think they're about to do the walkouts, I think.
Yeah, they're showing another tail of a DraftKings tail of the bet graphic from what I'm seeing here. So, I mean, we can't be too long from these walkouts. Got to be any second. And that place looks so empty. I mean, it's a little more full now. But this whole night, there was like no one out there, and the rain and all that stuff, man. I mean, I can't believe we're actually here. And I'll also say this, like, this is pretty damn close to a pro fight. I mean, like, they're using 10-ounce gloves. It's 8 rounds, 3 minutes each. Like, this isn't just like a weak ass like exhibition. Like this, this is pretty damn close to a pro fight if we're being honest.
Yeah, it is. And we've got a super chat from King Junie. If you want to donate a super chat, there's a $sign down at the bottom. You can donate a super chat. You get your question or statement read on the air. If you're a jerk in here, we're just gonna ban you. That's really it. We're just gonna ban you. We don't need you that much. We love you. We don't need you that much.
Has Logan been doing well on the WWE? I haven't watched the product since the night after WrestleMania.
So he hasn't been there since then, but I actually ran a story this week. A lot of wrestlers were very happy with his performance there. And I had one wrestler, thank you to Tony Wildfong for joining. We appreciate you. He also apparently, he didn't apparently, because one of the wrestlers sent me the clip. He stayed in kayfabe on his brother, on the podcast he does with his brother. Like, he would not break kayfabe. And there was a wrestler that was like, man, it said a lot to me that he did that.
Yeah, very cool. I mean, good for him. At least he's dedicated. That's another thing I can definitely say about Logan. He really dedicates himself to anything that he's involved in. So I really respect him for doing this. I mean, it's a freak fight. This makes no sense to actually do this, but
yes.
I mean, the fact that he's actually going to make the walk, I mean, there is something to be said about that.
We got Jimmy Lennon Jr. And here we go. Logan Paul. 2 WrestleMania superstars squaring off. Logan Paul wearing the black and gold. It's kind of awkward to just see him stand there and wait. I remember, so when I'd tape fists for MMA fights or coordinate MMA fights, these fighters all have a very vivid idea of how their entrance is going to be. So the music would hit, and nobody ever picks music that hits at like immediately. So they hear their music, and like 25 seconds, it's still them hopping around. And I'm like, go, man. Just go. I remember one of the tips I saw Danny Cage of the Monster Factory put. It's like, wear a color that isn't black. Don't always have the same look. Please pick music that starts when you're going to come out. That's as different as you can be.
That's a good call. They do that in Bellator a lot too, where they're just kind of standing there before they walk out. Yeah.
Aaron Hernandez, love the icon there. He says Floyd Mayweather has the Infinity Stones. Floyd Mayweather's going to knock him out. Maybe body shot, I think, even.
That's what I'm thinking too. That'd make the most sense. And yeah, good icon there, Team America. That's funny.
Mikey T, MMA show, says this feels like something that would go down in Pride, and I'm 100% here for it. Fightful's the best. And that's what we're here for. We love these freak show fights. I love them. And I think it's good to do. I mean, like we're about to watch like Pacquiao versus Errol Spence was an honest to God good fight in a couple months.
Yeah, and I mean, I plan to be here for Woodley and Jake. Like, why not? Yeah. I mean, I honestly, people in the chat are probably gonna think I'm insane. I think Jake's gonna sleep Tyron. I really do. Yeah, I really do.
I think there's a good possibility. Tony says, disregard these WrestleMania superstars. Where does SRS think Ruby Riott should be in the promotions? I think she should be in AEW. I think that what they're putting together for that women's division is really special, and it's going to continue to be really special. It's going to get just better and better and better. Eliar Lasagna says, new shirt idea. I put Logan Paul in the title, and all I got was just people begging for a free stream. Hope Floyd takes it in the first. I mean, let's be real. I knew what I was doing here. I've had it out enough to know what I'm doing here. But I also know to put no footage in the title, too. That way I don't get pinged.
For sure. For those of you watching right now, I know we're all probably a little scattered on the time and everything, but I got Logan right now. He's getting the Vaseline put on his face, and like we should be seeing Floyd any second, I think. Whew.
I got nothing. I'm working to fix it. There we go. Now I got him getting his little chain taken off. It looked like his chain was a credential.
Yeah, it kind of did. And he was wearing a big QR code on his shirt, too. I mean, this is a giant cash grab.
That's the media member flex there. You get the gold, the platinum chain, and it's just the media credential.
Oh, man. You were talking about it a minute ago with one of the super chats talking about, Floyd spends a lot of money and stuff. I've seen that firsthand. Like years ago, I actually checked him into a hotel when I was working the front desk of a hotel in Orlando, and he paid cash for like an entire floor of the building and then asked for a refund he wanted like a 3 days and then wanted to like a refund after day one and wanted all of his cash back. And that was a whole thing because like we don't keep that kind of cash on us. So we had to call the bank to come in with like the trucks, like the armored trucks, and pay him out all this cash because he wouldn't take a check.
Oh, man. Well, here's Floyd Mayweather. Oh, that's Migos.
Migos, yeah.
Migos.
Okay. I know who these guys are. Okay.
Speaking of, I don't want to give away too much till it happens, but I've got somebody making somebody says I'm salty, bought AMC at 280 and sold at 20. Buddy, I got in on it Friday, and I don't even want to see how much money I've lost. But I got somebody making me custom shoes, and let me tell you, it's for a nice deal. But they said they wanted to do it because the idea of a media member having shoes that expensive is hilarious to them.
There you go.
So they're doing it.
On a page on the Young Bucks book.
Yes. Totally wild, Fong. Thank you so much. I'll check and see if you got maybe another chat there. And Throwback says, thank you guys for doing this. Fightful rocks. Hey, we love this type of stuff, man. That's what Fightful was born on. Wrestling, MMA, boxing, and especially the crossover, and especially freak show fights, Stephen.
I love freak show fights. I do. Like, I'm definitely not above this. Trust me. It's fun, and it's wild how much interest this is bringing just to the sport of boxing. It's like, it's very backwards. It's very strange, but like, when the Paul brothers are like the two of the biggest stars in the whole sport, like but I'm still trying to wrap my head around like the fact that this is actually happening. It's wild. Because I thought it was wild when we saw Conor. Like that seemed far-fetched.
Yes.
Like, man.
I remember when Jose Canseco was like the craziest thing we'd see.
Oh, dude. He used to come out like to the ring with like a baseball bat and like baseball pants. Like, and he was with, I think, like Chuck Liddell's ex-wife or something at the time.
Yeah.
That whole man. I remember that he fought Hongman Choi that one time.
Oh yeah,
That
gonna drop some eye drops in to get my eyes ready for the shit show we're about to see.
There you go.
I mean, Floyd's fighting, so it won't be that bad. But
this is wild.
It was a nice segue. Oh man! Reminder, guys, FightfulSelect.com if you are into pro wrestling. That is your leader in exclusive wrestling news. We broke the news of all the releases before WWE did even this week. We had a ton of reasons like why that happened. We had news on why some AEW stars did not get renewed. And we're going to have more news this week. I've got some contract news that I'm dropping. Today, I dropped news on Kylie Ray signing with Impact and her signing with NWA and her Impact release, rather. And just so much stuff. We got a podcast that breaks it all down. We revealed the SummerSlam location, and man, there was a lot that went into that. So original pitches for Sanity. Triple H giving a pep talk to NXT roster about getting complacent on the main roster. New faces popping up in Impact Wrestling. There's just so much. We broke the news of Adam Cole returning on NXT. Just so much stuff. My God, go over there. Just subscribe, okay? Just do it.
Yeah. Sean's legitimately the go-to guy at this point. Like, he really is when it comes to the pro wrestling news. Like, I know I'm biased, but like that is the truth. Like huge shout out. I mean, it is cool. It makes me proud to be associated with Fightful when I see all the cool stuff we got going on, man. It really does.
Well, I tell you what, man, it makes it easy when I got the staff that we have, because I remember a few years ago I didn't have time to break news. Like, there was so much stuff, and then I was like, you know what? I got to delegate a little bit. I need a lead writer. I need somebody to help me out with podcasts. We need to expand our staff. And because of that, it's made it so nice and so good. I mean, I used to do the show that you're doing right now. I used to do that too. And then I was like, you know what? God damn, I need to hire somebody to do this. I need to bring someone on that is passionate about this. And we're very lucky. So big thank you for helping out with that.
Yeah, for sure. And it's really come full circle kind of, because I remember when I got the job for the Weekender, the sample I sent was actually a review of the NWA 78th anniversary. And then today I watched the NWA and it was terrible, unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Hey, it's cool. I'll review it on the Weekender. I'll let y'all know my thoughts on Sunday. I also dual screen GCW and I thoroughly enjoyed GCW. So that was cool.
GCW, man, they stole the thunder right there. That Matt Cardona finish was something.
It was. They played that great because everyone thought it was Mox. That was a great twist.
Welcome Bryant Heath to the moderator team. He said, you know what? I want to be a moderator. And you know what I say? All right, we're going to make you a moderator then. How about that? He's a subscriber to Fightful Select and very good guy. Always enjoy his questions. Look at this. Following SRS since the Wrestling Inc. days. Man, that was a good time back then.
I got a direct message from Joel Pearl, all caps. I am in hell.
Oh man!
Thanks, Joel, for the help, man. You can catch me and Joel every Thursday on twitch.tv/Fightful Gaming, by the way, if you want to watch Impact. On those, we can actually show you the show as well. So that's a lot of fun.
Big thank you to our mods, Joel and Hannah, dealing with what in our chat is the equivalent of Hannah's credit score. Russ says Logan's head is about to hurt worse than these people. Whatever the fight footage is.
Oh, man. This is great.
Oh, God. Hannah's about to call me a bitch in the chat. Well, here it comes. Put the chat in slow mode if you can. I don't know if I can. Let me look. Enable slow mode. I'll do 45 seconds between messages. There we go.
That should help out a little bit. And we got Floyd. Looks like he's getting close to the Ring Heroes entrance. He's on my stream. I got him actually walking up the stairs right now to get in there. Wearing some turquoise and purple gloves, it looks like.
Yeah. Got OnlyFans as a sponsor. Savvy, man. I respect it.
Oh, OnlyFans is a sponsor of this show. I didn't know what you're talking about. Okay, gotcha.
No, he's wearing an OnlyFans hat.
Who is Floyd? I didn't even realize that. Oh, good for OnlyFans. What company thrived more throughout the pandemic than OnlyFans?
Oh my gosh. I have a friend who pops up on the chat streams here and there, and she showed me the invoice for
we know
2020.
Is this the same person that I know really well?
No,
okay.
No, not that. We've got several viewers and mods that have OnlyFans. More power to them. But this person that I know and that sometimes pops up in our chat, at the time in which she showed me, it was about 6 months in, $750K. Yes.
Hey, if there was a market for me on that, I would be on there in a heartbeat.
Man, I would have left nut out, right nut out. Let's do it. I don't need any scoops.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, just give it all up for just hang dong, dude. Dong Lord. Come on.
And actually, that person is watching right now because they just messaged me. Shout out to them.
There you go. I know quite a few as well.
I don't want to put your stuff on blast. I'm sorry.
I know it's either a great advertisement or it might be embarrassing if you don't want it out there. So
she's smart. She pops up into our chat and she'll drop a super chat. People see her little icon. They go, "Who is that?" And then they search her and they end up subscribing. It's very wise, very savvy. I appreciate it. I respect it. I do. I respect it.
I got nothing against anyone who does that. Like I said, I'd do it in a heartbeat. If anyone wanted to pay me to do it, I would do it.
Oh, man. Here we go. There is a boxing fight. It's about to happen.
Still weird seeing Floyd with hair.
Yes.
Got your hat. That was the funniest thing I've seen all year.
When he was crying. Got your hat.
But he was it was so funny because, and by the way, it just started storming here. So just a heads up in case I happen to drop out, y'all. I just heard thunder. But that was so funny when Jake stole Floyd's hat because Floyd had to process what was happening. He stood there for a few seconds before anything happened, just kind of being no way, no way this is happening to me right now. And then he just lost it because it's what am I going to do now? I guess I got to go after him. But there's a few seconds where he's no one's ever messed with me like this.
Yes. Guys, please leave a thumbs up and combat the trolls. They are doing ring entrance or ring announcements right now.
It's good to see Morrow out there too, man. I didn't know he had the long hair going now and stuff, but he's always been such a fantastic commentator, especially for boxing.
Yes. Yeah, guys, it would mean a lot if you super chatted and left a thumbs up because there are a bunch of trolls that can't read, and you know what? Not surprised. Not surprised.
Whew. Logan Paul getting his introduction right now. Showing his 0-1. I'll be honest. I thought his last fight with KSI was either a win or a draw for him. But at least that's how I felt about when I watched it. So that's just me personally.
Yeah.
But then again, that's also KSI. It's another YouTuber. This is a totally different thing.
Way different.
He was real calm in the locker room when they were interviewing him a half hour ago or whatever that was. Logan's surprisingly calm right now. I think he really understands he has nothing to lose here.
Nothing.
Best case scenario, he knocks out the best fighter ever. Worst case scenario, he loses and just makes a ton of money, and no one expects him to win. So
nobody.
Floyd's the one with his back against the wall, and not really against the wall, but he's over there. He's walking down Logan in the ring.
Dash Royal says, "Would you be surprised if this ended in a roll up?" If it were Monday, pal, I would not be surprised at all.
Yeah.
Somebody says they saw me in Jacksonville, was too scared to ask for a picture. Always ask me for a picture. I am typically introverted in person, so come say hi to me. I would be more than happy to. I would love to. I loved meeting so many of you this past week. It really meant a lot that you all even gave a shit that I was there.
Yeah, it was cool seeing all that. Hopefully, I know you're planning to go to Nashville. I'm planning to be in Nashville for Slammiversary. It sounds I feel like everyone wants to be in Nashville for Slammiversary, so that should be a lot of fun, man.
I don't know if I'll be at the show, but
Either
I'll be there.
Wait, but here's the thing, dude. We can do the post show live together afterwards. Like that'd be fun. That'd be fun. And then we just got to get Denise out there if we're gonna do it like live. But
well, that was one of my things. I was like, maybe I won't have to do the post show. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how to go. I know I'm getting some content out there. Inso Gray says, just sign up at the Patreon. Your work is worth it. We always refer to it as Fightful Select because eventually we're going to move off of Patreon. But thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. It means so much that you all care. So thank you, man. We are 20 away from 2,000. That is so cool. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Bell just rang on my end. This fight is on.
I just saw the touch of gloves. And
so I'm at 245 right now on the ticker. Just to give y'all a heads up. Oh, that's funny, Nate. That's a good super chat.
Can't wait for Morrow to call the Sammy run-in. Yeah, it just started where I am.
Okay.
I think we're watching the same thing.
I think we are too. I don't know how I'm so far ahead of you. I'm afraid to refresh it.
That's okay. That size difference, though. Wow. So I'm at 234 right now. And you guys are seeing this probably 10, 15 seconds after I'm there. So we're going to be off a little bit. No big deal.
Dude, Logan's actually like walking him down and like throwing body shots and stuff.
C Dust says, Sean, are you going to WrestleMania in Dallas? I plan on it. Well, I don't know if I'll be at WrestleMania, but I'll be there that week doing media stuff.
I'm planning on going. I think I'm staying with Doug actually for that weekend.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be cool. Because he lives in Houston, so he's close. Okay.
Oh, that was a hard shot at about 150 from Logan Paul. Man, he is using that distance, that reach.
Yeah.
It's like when you pick one of those fights just to do it on UFC Undisputed or Fight Night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
You're like, let's go Mighty Mouse versus Stefan Struve.
Yeah, exactly.
In the Kumite rules.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's cool. I like how like almost like the Mortal Kombat style, like they do for that. That's cool. I'm interested to see it. I know Logan's in really good shape. I also know, I mean, one thing about fighting, it happens in boxing and MMA, but like that adrenaline dump is like super real. Like some of these guys come out hot in the first round, maybe the second round, then they kind of fall off. But I don't think we have any reason to think Floyd will fall off on his cardio.
Buddy, he can do 8 in his sleep.
Yeah. So,
8 rounds is his warm up.
For sure.
I dig Floyd's gloves too.
I like them as well.
I'm about 35 seconds left in the first round.
Dude, you're about to see some cool stuff. The end of the round is you're about to see here. Nothing really lands clean, but like Logan's going for it.
Thanks to Hannah for the sticker that is not showing up on Oh, it's a duty sticker. There we go. Ooh. Nice. I love it. Okay.
At least
Logan Paul won a round. Paul won a round.
He did win that round. He did. I mean, technically he didn't because there's no winner, but yeah. as far as you know, that's the thing about this too. You can call it an exhibition all day, but if someone gets knocked out, like that's all that actually matters.
The person with the 700K OnlyFans sending me vacation pictures from like exotic locations. Like I see a beautiful ocean right now. Unreal, not fair. I'm trying to squeeze out like a day in Myrtle Beach this summer. Wesley Potter says, hey, Sean, is there an update on Leo Rush to AEW? Yes, they are on a handshake agreement. He signed with New Japan. They wanted him to come in for All Out last year, but he was on the challenge and didn't have his phone with him. So They couldn't bring him in, which is a bummer. Tony Khan actually got a hold of his wife, and she was like, he is going to be sick. Tony spoke to us about it, but I'm glad for Lio Rush. He's matured an awful lot over the last year.
Yeah, and I know you've said this over the years, and I agree. I mean, he's like one of the best bell-to-bell wrestlers in the world. I mean, he's an asset anywhere. I thought he was great with Lashley while he was in the WWE and stuff. Like even as a talker, I mean, he's all, you know. I was really happy to see him in AEW, and he was doing great stuff in MLW prior and stuff. So
yes. Reminder, guys, we are back here next weekend for, I think, the last 3 fights of the UFC pay-per-views. That'll be Diaz, I think the flyweight title fight, and then we got Diaz-Edwards, we got Fig and Marino 2, and Vittoria Adesanya 2. There you go. So 2 title fights, and then you got a Nate Diaz fight. It's going to be a good time. So swing by next weekend, show us some love. We did not do one last night because I hit up Stephen and I said, nobody's watching this show.
That's exactly what happened, actually.
Yeah. I didn't watch a second of that card.
Yeah, it wound up being an okay card, but I mean, just
inconsequential fights.
Exactly. I mean, Rosenstrike winning that fight at best got him maybe the winner of like Volkov and Gone, which is happening later this month. So, which is still a good spot to be in, you know, top 5 fight and stuff. But that UFC heavyweight division is just going to be in a logjam for a while because you're going to have Ngannou and Lewis, and then you got Miocic wanting another title shot, and then you got John Jones trying to get in the division. It's like pretty much outside of those, it's going to be a carousel of like Jones, Miocic, and Ngannou probably. So
the worst people are the quite frankly fucking dummies on Twitter. I put Logan Paul won a round, and he did. Very technical, like in a technical sense, but somebody says, did he though? What fight were you watching? I don't know. Maybe the fight where Floyd threw 4 punches. Maybe that one. And Mike Preventure says Floyd with the epic rope-a-dope strategy. That's what he's doing. He's gonna, and I already see it in Logan Paul. I already see Logan Paul slowing down.
Yeah, and I know I'm a little ahead of you. Like he looks. I mean, he doesn't look like he's gassed, but like in between rounds in his corner. I mean, he's. And that happened with Chad Johnson earlier tonight too. He looked like surprisingly good in the first round, and then looked like decent in the second round, but he was gassed by the third round and just like barely got by and almost got knocked out.
Floyd is fresh as a daisy.
Oh, yeah.
Brian, he says, was the GCW show worth buying? I was going to buy it, but backed out last minute. The finish alone was worth it for me. That's one of my favorite finishes of a show all year long. It was incredible. Like, they understood the heat associated with Cardona and Gage, and Cardona realizes it too. It was such a smart thing from everybody involved.
I couldn't agree more. And, you know, I've said it a lot, so those who listen to my stuff, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but like, you know, I was pretty vocal these last few months about how Matt Cardona just feels like we're seeing Zack Ryder from the WWE everywhere else. But like, what better way to get people like myself to change their mind than him having a death match with Nick Gage? So
yes. Oh, I loved the spot with G Raver yesterday with Effie, the salt and vinegar chips. Yeah. Oh, that was brilliant. That was brilliant stuff.
There is so much talent, dude. Like Ninja Max, like my favorite wrestler right now. Like there's some of these guys, some of these high flyers right now, like Jack Cartwheel and Dante Leone and these guys. Like they're doing some next level stuff in GCW right now, and that's not even deathmatch related. Like there's just some damn good talent out there.
Round 3 underway.
I'm at just shy of 2 minutes left on mine. Logan's still looking all right. Logan's doing all right in the clinch too. Like they've been getting like underhooks, and he's kind of like overpowering him. And it's like, you know, obviously I get he's much taller and he's like 30 pounds heavier and stuff. But still, to see that is It's impressive. I mean, the next big celebrity, the next celebrity boxing that I know of, I don't know. I think it's sometime this month, but they got I mean, we could do a live stream if you want. They're doing a Lamar Odom and Aaron Carter.
I know. Like, I'm interested in it. I saw that. I didn't see it until I was like on Fight or something like that. And I was like, all right, sure. I'll check this out. Why not?
So Odom is actually training a lot out of Atlanta, and my brother owns a small boxing gym here in Atlanta, and Lamar came and sparred a little bit over there. And from what I've seen and heard and stuff, and I saw a little bit of Aaron Carter's sparring, and it's like, I think Lamar Odom is going to kill this guy. Like it is, I mean, but it's the same kind of thing. I mean, this is definitely much higher level than that's going to be, but like, if there's a demand for it, y'all want it, like I'll do a watch along for that too if y'all want me to.
Kate Hensler says, "Can't believe you skipped my Techno Team 2000 super chat. I didn't know that you sent that. I'm sorry, Kate. Send it again and I'll drop it. Give us an update, Stephen, as I fix something."
So I am currently at about 5 seconds left in the round, and it's been a lot more of them getting clinched up and Logan really using his weight and his size to kind of push Floyd around. And then we got Jake Paul in the crowd right now. He's yelling at the ring right now. I think like it's possible because I think Floyd probably won the last round. Well, they're showing some replays right now. Floyd caught Logan pretty good with a left hook there. I mean, Logan could be up 2-1. It's possible right now.
But then they aren't going to reveal any winners, so to speak.
Right.
Flame Inc. says dream fight would be Mayweather versus Ali. Who wins? Ali. Ali is so much bigger.
Exactly.
So much bigger. Wouldn't even be fair. Oh, yeah, I've just gotten to the last of the round. I do want to see Floyd turn it up here. I do want to see Floyd ramp it up and start to pull away. I mean, here's the thing. No matter what happens, you're going to have people on Twitter saying it's rigged, right?
Oh, 100%.
And saying it's a fake fight. And I will not entertain any of those people.
No,
anymore.
They said it about the Jake Paul Ben Askren fight too, and that wasn't rigged. Jake's just a much better boxer than he is.
Mike Preventure 2 says, super excited to have this end in a draw and Logan to insist he's just as good as Floyd ever was. Even more excited for people to defend that take. And then a lot of money will be made in the follow-up. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Dude. So I got about 2:10 left on mine, and Logan's still swinging.
I'm like a solid minute behind you. So I'm just going to sit here and do my best to catch up.
I'll only lose it if there's a knockout. That's the only spoiler. The rest of it I'll try to stay kind of chill to not ruin it for you.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 242 right now.
Okay, so. Yeah, I'm literally 1 minute ahead. Yep. Which is wild because I know we're watching the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, Showtime pay-per-view.
Yes, of course. I was able to adjust. I'm now at 2/19. There we go.
Okay.
Please leave us a thumbs up, guys. It helps out a lot. There were a bunch of idiots who cannot read who left us a thumbs down. So please leave us a thumbs up. It would mean a lot. Kate says you should do a Techno Team 2000 tribute show for 2,000 subscribers. Oh, God, she paid for that. I appreciate you.
Wasn't that like the Eric Watts tag team? Was that like Eric Watts? Yeah,
Eric Watts and Chad Fortune.
Okay, I couldn't remember the other guy. That's right. Actually, Eric Watts came and talked to my middle school one year when I was like 12 years old. I'll never forget it. He was a terrible wrestler.
Yes, he was. Ooh, that was a nice jab from Logan Paul. Off a counter, snapped Floyd's head back a little bit. Ooh, they both came in and hit shots, and it looked like Floyd felt it too. He worked into the clinch.
Yeah. Logan's got a good jab, especially with like the height advantage and everything he has here.
But now Floyd's laughing. bobbing, weaving, and jumping in. Like how many? I didn't watch any of the lead up to this. I was so unprepared. I'm such a casual now, and I love it. Did Floyd like train with a bunch of big guys, or did he just like not give a shit?
I legitimately don't know who he was training with. I just saw footage of him like hitting pads and stuff, and I mean, it was what you always see. I mean, his hand speed it hasn't changed at all. Like, I mean, he still hits pads as fast as he ever did. I'd imagine he brought in some bigger training partners.
That's the thing. It's like it wouldn't be hard to find somebody to replicate the skill set of Logan Paul.
True.
You just find any amateur heavyweight, right? Or any amateur cruiserweight.
Yeah, for sure. They're showing the replays right now between rounds. Logan got a couple more good shots in.
Yeah, he did.
Regardless.
He's doing so much better than I anticipated.
Yeah, regardless, like I don't think anybody can watch this. Like honestly, I know going into it how a lot of people felt, but like I feel like people can't watch this and disrespect Logan really about this is really all you can ask for.
I gotta say, Stones, as Floyd says he trained less for this than Conor. He should have too, because Conor was a world champion MMA fighter. Floyd had been retired a couple years. Conor McGregor is way more of a threat than Logan. But Floyd says he didn't watch Logan's fight and didn't train every day. I love it. And now we've got half the fight left. Now there are some things like when I see Logan like leaning out over his right arm after some of those punches, it's like, okay, that's where Floyd's going to make him feel it. And he did too.
Yeah. And they're it's hard to tell as it's happening, but like there are some similarities here between this fight with Conor where there is still a part of me that's like, how much of this is happening because Floyd just kind of like letting it go on for a second. Because I remember when I watched him and Conor, I was like, damn, Conor's doing pretty damn good. And then like Floyd turned it up and I was like, oh, he kicked his ass. Like that wasn't close.
I wanted us to put or make a 134 punches landed shirt, or however many it was that Conor landed. Just it would have been funny.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Oh, now I'm starting the fifth round, and Logan Paul was just trying to throw a lot of stuff, and Mayweather's just slipping everything early.
Yeah, where I'm at, that's pretty much the case as well. And Floyd's he's being more aggressive.
Yeah.
Oh, Logan's hurt.
Oh, let's see how this goes. Oh, that was nice. I'm at 215.
You'll see
there's Floyd getting back on his right foot. Oh, there we go. Couple big shots. Floyd goes in. His bodyguard's going to toss him the brass knuckles. He's going to hit him in the head of the chair.
You'll see he almost puts him in almost like a guillotine, like a front face lock, and like hits him in the body. And that you can tell that got Logan good. He's having trouble keeping his hands up now. This is about to be
woo! That was nice. Oh yeah. Logan doubled over there. And he's like, bro, come on. It's like, bro, come on. You outweigh him by 30 pounds. Don't let him put you in a front face lock. How about that?
Exactly. Yeah, Floyd's starting to turn it on. And it would be real easy for a guy like Logan just to give up and take the money right now. He's still standing in there. If Logan
was smart, he'd have Alexa Bliss come out, shoot some fire from the ring posts, and hit a small package and get the win. He's not. Come on, Logan. You're supposed to be a crafty veteran of this entertainment game.
Yeah, you could have used the doll, whatever that thing is that Alexa Bliss has now. I can't watch Raw anymore. I just can't do it. I almost feel bad for you that you have to watch the show every week.
It's really bad. But then again, I've been watching NWA every week, and I feel bad about Raw, and then I watch NWA, and I go, you know what? At least Raw's got some performers I like.
That's true. That's very true.
NWA signed Kylie Ray, and it's like, all right, cool, that's good.
For sure. You don't have to watch Tyrus every Monday. That's true.
He's so bad. He's so bad. He's the worst wrestler on TV.
Yeah, I agree with that. And him beating the Pope is dumb.
Yep.
Although it was non-title, so that in my weekend of predictions, I took Tyrus. But
they're gonna set it up to where he's the big roadblock for the 7th title defense, and Pope beats him, and then he cashes in for the world title match, and then you know what happens? He loses that title, or he loses that title match because Nick Aldis ain't gonna put him over.
Yeah, and today, man, I mean, that was just. Just bonehead booking, like how just a deflating ending with a stupid finish. Like I felt like I wasted so much time. I didn't waste it because I'll review it on the show. You know, I do it for the weekender, y'all. I do it for y'all. So
it's bad. Yeah. This ain't. I can't even say this ain't your granddad's NWA. It isn't anymore, but it's not your ex-girlfriend's NWA from last year either.
True.
It sucks. Here we go. We're about to start. What is it? Round 6.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm at
boy.
222 of round 6.
I'm still seeing Logan Paul feeling it in between rounds. Feeling it. Unbelievable. And not unbelievable. It's actually very believable.
But it is unbelievable on Logan's end.
I bet Logan trained hard for this too.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, he's got a ring in his backyard. He's constantly. I mean, think about that too. Like, just to throw it out there, Logan Paul has been training boxing for like 4 years. CM Punk trained MMA for like 4 years, and we saw what level he was at. I mean, Logan Paul would destroy. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
It's a huge difference. And the reason I bring that up is because I know Logan has, you know, his high school wrestling background, and I believe he was good enough to be a collegiate wrestler, but like, you know, the fame, like he probably didn't go to college. I don't know what that trajectory was, because I know they were famous from such a young age, but like, I would like to see a guy like that maybe get a chance, you know, in MMA. And I mean, that's the thing. The bar is like, if you're going to let CM Punk give it a try, like Logan Paul and Jake Paul are way more legitimate than he was, if I'm being honest. So
I think there's more room for this for boxing, just because I can't tell you how many times when we would go train, or when we'd be training kickboxing, and you'd have that dude off the street come in and say, "Oh, I boxed a little bit," and we're like, "Really? Where'd you box at?" And everybody thinks that they've trained as a boxer, and before long, you get it out of them. Oh, well, I boxed in the backyard with my cousin with Hulk hands on.
True.
Like, there's so many people that can relate to that compared to MMA, that I think that it's a more attractive point of purchase, because Logan Paul doing this makes a lot of people think they can do it as well, and they can't.
Very, very true.
Because Logan Paul would beat their ass, and Floyd Mayweather would beat their ass.
Yes. And I saw someone asking, by the way, in the chat, why I don't just pause it and let Sean catch up, is because I'm terrified that if I touch anything, this whole thing is just going to
collapse. So. Yes. Reminder, guys, please leave a thumbs up. Donate a nice super chat. Get your question or statement read on the air. It'd help a lot. Dropped an interview this weekend with Alexander Wolf of Imperium Insanity. I've got 2 more coming this week. Independent standout Jody Threat talks about her 2019 WWE tryout, getting Trish Stratus ready, possibly coming into Impact. If you guys don't know who Jody Threat is, you should probably look her up. She is going to be something good. And then I got a WWE interview I'm dropping this week. I already announced that it's going to be Kyle O'Reilly, but it hasn't happened yet, so we'll see.
Whoa. You mean Cool Kyle?
Yes, Cool Kyle. I'm going to ask him if things are cool or not cool and see what he says. Specifically, bucket hats. For one, I'm going to see if he thinks bucket hats are cool. Oh, great counter right by Floyd Mayweather. And now Floyd Mayweather looks like a better wrestler than Logan Paul at this stage.
Did you get a kick out of what they're going to show in between the rounds? They show they're going to put some graphics up of Floyd's past exhibition fights.
Oh boy! And I know what's coming.
So I just got the start of round 7 just for the sake of keeping track for everyone in the chat here. And Logan's still throwing jabs.
Big show.
Big show. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Love it. Amazing.
I can't remember what main evented that WrestleMania, but I feel like that was definitely like the biggest attraction on that show that year.
Well, that was a big year, if you remember. That was Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair, too.
Oh, that's right. But they didn't main event either.
No, they didn't. I'm trying to remember what did.
Was it Edge and Taker?
Maybe.
I can't remember. A lot more clinching in this round as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Edge and Taker, and that was a badass match, too.
That was why, because I remember thinking like Edge was gonna actually win when he hit that spear, and Taker put him in the go-go plot or the Hell's Gate, the Hell's Gate, and made him tap out. So
what a loaded show when Orton, Cena, and Triple H are like the fourth biggest, or gosh, it would have been fifth biggest match because that was no, it would have been Batista and Umaga wasn't the Battle of the Billionaires. It was something else.
Actually,
yeah, a lot of clinching here. I'm waiting for Floyd Mayweather to hit him with a flatliner.
Who better than Canyon?
JL sent us a super chat and said, thoughts on Clarissa Shields and PFL? PFL is smart in that they get whoever they possibly can to grab a little bit of attention. I don't have a clue how they possibly fund their show. I don't have an idea of how that works. But they do the smart thing and they grab some prospects. You can't even say too early because usually they work for PFL.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Kayla Harrison's like the big example there. I mean, I consider her the face of the whole promotion. I think she's fantastic. I think that speaking of Clarissa Shields, they need to do Shields and Harrison as fast as they possibly can. Yeah. I know Shields has a fight coming up. If she wins, no matter how it looks, they have to do her and Kayla and capitalize while they can on that, I think. And speaking of that too, like the not understanding the funding, I feel the same way about one championship. Like, I don't know how it's humanly possible they're giving out those kind of contracts and just flat out lying about how many people watch their shows.
So do you think Floyd just puts us out of our misery in the 8th round?
I don't know. I think that he needs to like really go after it, like really try to finish him here in the 8th. Because I mean, one thing Floyd probably doesn't want ego-wise is Logan saying, because either way there's no technical winner, so Logan can run around saying like, "Hey, I went all 8 rounds and we had a draw." So it's like, oh, that's technically true.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And because Floyd was, I haven't been keeping score, but Floyd was very inactive in some of those early rounds to kind of let Logan Paul tire himself out.
Yeah, from what I can tell, and I'm not the biggest boxing expert. My wheelhouse is definitely more on the MMA side, but from what I can tell, I mean, I think after the first 3 rounds it was like 2-1 Logan, but I think it's been all Floyd since then.
Yeah, but I mean, with no winner announced, what the Paul brothers are going to do.
Yeah,
as they should.
They're claim they won.
Yes, and they should do that.
So for the chat, I'm at 2:45 of the 8th right now, so it just started.
So if this goes all 8, do you think they run it back again? I bet they do. And if they do, it should be a pro match. Like it should be like pro rules, 12 rounds. Yep.
I mean, should count towards your record.
So yeah, and if you are a sanctioning committee, you got to look at this and say, well, he didn't get knocked out, but I mean, gosh, there are so many rules, but then again, there are ways to get around that too. There's so many ways to get around it.
Very true.
So I have just now started the 8th round.
Okay, I'm right at 2 minutes left.
Okay,
and I mean, I know that Jake's fighting Tyron, but like if Jake beats Tyron, that's another thing if I was, and they'll have the built-in promos, obviously, of him stealing Mayweather's hat and everything. Like I would definitely do Mayweather and Jake if Jake beats Tyron Woodley. And I do that under pro rules as well.
And I don't, if it's an 8-round fight, I don't think Mayweather's putting away Jake Paul if he can't put away Logan Paul. or didn't put away Logan Paul. I won't say can't. I'll say didn't.
Sure. And yeah, Logan, like, he's landed a couple like really clean hooks to the head throughout the fight too. And Jake has a lot more power than Logan does. So that'd be interesting.
Flame Inc. says, challenge for SRS. If you merge AEW and WWE rosters into one massive, who would be your champions? You have to fire one main eventer. I ain't firing anybody. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. Roman Reigns is who I would make the champion. I think he is the top guy there right now. I would have probably FTR be the tag champions. I'd probably have Big E in the TNT title role. And I would have Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, as your women's champion, as she is now.
Those are all good options. I can't really dispute any of that. But, I mean, I'm more of a Kenny Omega guy myself, so I would probably say Kenny. I love the belt collector thing. Love the belt collector.
Well, I mean, that would be the big feud right there.
Yeah, Kenny and Roman, and you can't go wrong with Roman. Like, as down as I am on the WWE product, the one thing I will always have positive things to say is what Roman Reigns is doing right now. He is phenomenal right now. But yeah, I'd say Kenny. Tag team.
We're about a minute. I'm at a minute left. You're about a minute ahead of me, I assume. So
yeah, about 15 seconds left.
We'll hang in here.
I'm gonna have some buffering issues as well, so this is taking a little bit longer.
Same, but I mean, shout out to Logan Paul for lasting 8 rounds with one of the best boxers of all time now.
Yeah,
he's a lot bigger. He's a lot younger. He trained for this. Floyd Mayweather did not. There are some advantages, but also ultimately he faced one of the best boxers of all time and did not get knocked out. And Tenshin Nasukawa did.
And yeah, on my end, I got to refresh it now, but it looked like Jake was like going nuts in the crowd too. Probably just celebrating like that his brother just did, went the distance like you just said.
Also, it's so weird because it took me watching him face Jake or Logan Paul to see it. I kind of wish we would have seen Floyd Mayweather train MMA from a young age. Like, there were little things, like he did a half-ass sit-out a minute ago, and I was like, what?
Just hits a Granby roll real quick.
Yeah. He goes for a rolling leg scissors there. Okay, well, that is it, guys. There was no knockout, and therefore everybody is kissing their sister tonight. It is a tie. It is a draw. No winner is announced. Everybody's hugging. There you go. We appreciate you guys for hanging out with us for an hour. Please leave us a thumbs up. Please subscribe to FightfulSelect.com. Steven, you want to let them know what we're doing next weekend?
Next weekend we'll be right here, and we will be doing the live watch-along. No footage, but the live watch-along for the UFC pay-per-view. We're going to be starting off the stream with Nate Diaz versus Leon Edwards, and then we'll also, of course, be watching the rest of it, which is going to include Deiveson Figueiredo rematching Brandon Moreno. They had a draw in their previous fight. It was a fantastic fight. We're looking forward to the rematch. And then we got Israel Adesanya defending the UFC middleweight championship against Marvin Vettori, who they fought to a split decision in their first fight. So this is a really great matchup as well. So that's what we'll be doing here next week. So please join us for that. Please make sure you're subscribing and giving us those thumbs ups. It helps us out a lot, y'all.
If you like watch-alongs, twitch.tv/Fightful Gaming. They're doing all kinds of cool stuff over there. Impact every single week. The stats are Mayweather landed 43 total punches to Paul's 28. They both had 7 jabs. Mayweather had 36 power punches to Paul's 21. There you go. Matt and Caleb Graham says, when do the Paul bros fight next? When is that fight with Tyron Woodley and Jake Paul?
That is a good question. I have to look that up real quick, but it isn't that far out. It's like within the next couple of months.
August 28th. August 28th. So make sure you guys check us. I will be there then for that. But thank you guys so much. Bryant Heath says, sending love to the mods. Absolutely. Thank you to our mods for wading through this river of shit with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Until next time, we're out.